This video includes a paid sponsorship from Novium, but more on that later. Tesla has had quite a few critics over the years, and one by one, Tesla keeps proving them wrong over and over again. In this video, I want to react to negative comments from 5 professionals about the Cybertruck, most, if not all of whom, appear to believe that the Cybertruck will completely flop, with one analyst even sharing an opinion that Tesla would be better off canceling the Cybertruck. Follow along as I react to comments from these critics and why I believe they are wrong. I'm John, and this is Cleanerwatt. The first 10 Cybertrucks are set to be delivered to customers on November 30th, which will be a bit over 4 years after the truck was revealed. During this 4 years, over 1 million people have made reservations for the truck, and accounting for those with multiple reservations, the total number of reservations is estimated to be close to 2 million. Suffice it to say, unless the Tesla Cybertruck ends up being extremely expensive or has a very low amount of range, demand is not going to be an issue. However, there are still those who believe that the Cybertruck will not appeal to the masses, like, for example, Jessica Caldwell, who is head of insights for Edmunds. In this recent Bloomberg article, which shared Jessica's opinion, it was written, quote, "The Cybertruck will require a very compelling price, similar or better than the $50,000 starting point for the F-150 Lightning, to have a chance with traditional pickup buyers," says Jessica Caldwell, head of insights for Edmunds. Tesla's first challenge will be to prove that the Cybertruck has the right functionality, then to convince customers to overlook the jarring design. Now the question is, does the Cybertruck really have to start at around $50,000 or less to be competitive on the market? Will that be required for the truck to have a good amount of demand? I don't think so. I think Tesla could easily sell the Cybertruck for more than $60,000 and still have plenty of demand for the truck because it's unlike anything else on the road. I mean, I would love to see the Cybertruck being sold for around $50,000 or less, like what Tesla originally mentioned back in 2019, but I don't believe that's necessarily realistic for now. Maybe in the future, Tesla can offer a cheaper option, but I'm pretty certain that the price is going to be over $60,000, and it might even be over $70,000 to begin with. Beyond that, this article mentions that Tesla is going to have to convince customers to overlook the jarring design, but I believe that's completely missing the mark, and that's the wrong read on this. It's the very design of the Cybertruck, its uniqueness, that makes it so popular, and it's going to stand out from any other vehicle on the road and catch a lot of attention. So I believe the design is actually going to be a net positive in the end and not hamper the truck's sales. Beyond that, as this article also makes clear, apparently Jessica believes that the Cybertruck may sell well initially, but that Tesla will have issues trying to sell the truck to the mass market. I actually disagree with this because I believe that the Cybertruck is actually going to appeal to a whole new set of buyers who ordinarily would not consider buying a truck, but when they see this truck on the road, they're going to want one. In addition, despite the Cybertruck's popularity, there are still plenty of people who don't even know that the Cybertruck exists, and when they see them on the road, they're going to want to get one. And really, the more trucks that hit the road, the higher the demand, in my opinion, because more and more people will see it and want it. So I believe there's not going to be an issue with long-term mass market appeal for the Cybertruck. Yes, there are some traditional truck buyers that aren't going to buy the truck, but it's going to expand the truck market, and I believe there's going to be no issue with demand for a long time in the future. Now, before I move on to the analyst who believes that Tesla canceling the Cybertruck would be a positive thing, I want to introduce the sponsor of today's video. This portion of today's video is sponsored by Novium. Meet the Novium Hover Pen Interstellar Edition, an innovative, high-end pen that is inspired by space, and when placed in its base, it appears to be hovering at a 23.5-degree angle, mirroring the Earth's axial tilt. These high-quality hover pens are not just stylish, but they also have very nicely shaped barrels, so they're comfortable to hold while writing. I think this pen is great, but just don't take my word for it. The Hover Pen Interstellar Edition received the award for one of the best inventions of 2022 by Time. This Interstellar Edition hover pen is offered in several different colors, including the space black color that I have here, Mars Magma, Starlight Silver, and Neptune Blue. For something completely unique, the space black color can be upgraded to include a real embedded meteorite piece, so you can have a genuine piece of outer space sitting on your desk. Hover pins make a great gift for yourself or your loved ones, and Novium is having a special sale for Black Friday with 23% off for a few days. Click on one of the links in the video description to find out more and enjoy a 23% discount and free shipping on all hover pins with code CWBF. Hurry before this great discount ends. Now, despite the Cybertruck's popularity, an analyst at Jefferies believes that it would actually be a positive for Tesla to cancel the Cybertruck. In this article, it's written, quote, Philippe Houchois of Jefferies cut his target price for Tesla shares Monday in a report criticizing the pickup as a departure from values that have been the company's competitive edge: simplicity, scale, and speed. However unlikely just a few days before first deliveries, canceling Cybertruck would probably be positive, he wrote. Now, to be fair, as Elon Musk has made very clear, it's very extremely difficult to mass manufacture a vehicle like the Cybertruck, and Tesla has had some struggles. But the Cybertruck is an amazing vehicle with massive demand. It would make no sense to cancel the Cybertruck. Tesla has been through a lot of hard things in the past, and if they would have, for instance, canceled the Model 3 in the past because they were struggling to ramp it up, that would have been a terrible decision, and in equal measure, and maybe even more so, canceling the Cybertruck would be an extremely bad decision, especially since it appears like Tesla has figured out how to build the truck with an amazing fit and finish, and I have no doubt they're going to be able to successfully ramp up production of the Cybertruck profitably in the next 1.5 to 2 years. Beyond that, even if Tesla never moves beyond building 250,000 Cybertrucks per year in the future, which would be a somewhat small number compared to, say, like the Model Y, I still believe the Tesla Cybertruck is worth building because Tesla is all about fun, and the Cybertruck is a very fun vehicle. And as I mentioned, the Cybertruck is going to gather so much attention and really is going to be free advertisement on the road, and I believe will help sell Tesla's other vehicles. Canceling the Tesla Cybertruck would be an extremely bad idea. Moving beyond that, in an August article that was published on fastcompany.com, a professional car designer, Adrian Clark, was quoted as saying, quote, "The Cybertruck is a low-polygon joke that only exists in the fever dreams of Tesla fans that stands high on the smell of Elon Musk's flatulences." So at least in the past, Adrian Clark thought that the Cybertruck was a joke, and then later on in this article regarding when Tesla would start building production Cybertrucks, it was written, quote, "Clark and others in the industry are skeptical it will ever happen, at least not without a serious redesign." This article also included this quote from Clark: "As soon as we saw the Cybertruck, everyone I know in the industry started laughing. We just thought, there is no way they're going to be able to get that into production." The article goes on, "There's no way," he assures me, "because it's not going to pass crash regulations. It's not going to pass pedestrian impact regulations. And more importantly, it's going to be extremely hard to make those dead straight panels." Well, obviously fast forward to today, and it appears like Adrian Clark is completely wrong because, once again, Tesla is actually producing Cybertrucks at their factory in Texas. In addition, once again, the first customer deliveries are supposed to happen on November 30th, and it appears like Tesla has built quite a few Cybertrucks, although it appears like only 10 are going to be delivered at this event on November 30th. Tesla is building Cybertrucks. In addition to that, when you compare the Cybertruck prototype to the Cybertruck now, it's extremely close to what the prototype looked like. So it didn't get a serious redesign, and Tesla is building the Cybertruck. Beyond that, not only is Tesla building Cybertrucks, but it looks like they have extremely excellent build quality right now as well. As I shared in a previous video, Russell, who goes by @forthefuture on x.com, recently shared some images and a video clip of a Cybertruck that's on display at a Tesla showroom in a San Diego mall. When you look at the front of the vehicle, the sides of the vehicle, and various angles here, you can see that all the panel gaps are extremely consistent and narrow, and everything appears to be lined up very nicely. This Cybertruck definitely has an excellent build quality, so it appears like Tesla has figured it out. Moving on, also in this Fast Company article regarding the Cybertruck, the author wrote, quote, The precision problems made obvious by its angular design that Musk has detected also demonstrate another prediction that will affect drivers down the line. It's going to be a nightmare to repair any small dent. Any imperfection in its stainless steel body can't be painted. It will be there forever unless you replace the entire panel or do some really crazy fine repair job. This particular critique of the Cybertruck is really pretty out of touch and hilarious, in my opinion, because the exterior of the Cybertruck, the stainless steel, is extremely strong as compared to a traditional vehicle's body. It's going to take a lot to put a dent, a serious dent in the Cybertruck stainless steel, especially as compared to a regular truck. For instance, Joe Rogan was able to shoot an arrow at the Cybertruck and it only left a small ding. Back in 2019 at the Cybertruck reveal event, Franz von Holzhausen took a hammer to the door of the Cybertruck and it didn't dent the truck at all, whereas that same hammer completely dented up the door from a competitor's truck. In addition to that, if you do end up scratching the stainless steel exterior, that can be buffed out, whereas a similar scratch in a painted surface probably wouldn't be so easy to fix. So yes, a stainless steel exterior can get dented and scratched, but not as easily as regular pickup trucks. And in addition to that, replacing a stainless steel panel shouldn't really be any different than any other vehicle. I don't believe it's going to be a big deal to replace a stainless steel panel. If you dented up the side of a regular truck, you would have to replace that fender or that panel. That's really not going to be any different with the Tesla Cybertruck. So this is really kind of a hilarious thing to say about the Cybertruck, in my opinion. In this Fast Company article, it's also written, quote, "As for the Cybertruck itself, let's not forget about Clark's other bold prediction. There are going to be so many problems with the manufacturing of this vehicle's atrocious design that only a few will be produced or it will end up looking very differently." Once again, mass manufacturing the Tesla Cybertruck is not easy. However, Tesla has already built quite a few Cybertrucks. Deliveries begin on November 30th, and Tesla is aiming to fully ramp up to 250,000 Cybertrucks per year, according to Elon's estimate, sometime in 2025. So I believe Tesla will get to mass production of the Cybertruck, and I believe they will be able to do that profitably in the future. And this makes sense because Tesla has been able to do so much in the recent past, and I believe they will be able to overcome all the obstacles that are in the way for mass producing the Cybertruck, which Elon admitted is extremely hard to build. But I believe Tesla can do it. They have such a talented team, and they're going to stick with it till they get it right. So I believe this comment is not going to age very well at all. Moving beyond that to the opinion of one more critic. In this article regarding the design of the Cybertruck, it's written, quote, "In the precise, micron-level accurate words of Frank Stephenson, one of the most influential automotive designers of our time, is cold, sterile, and almost repulsive." So Frank Stephenson apparently doesn't like the Cybertruck design, but what do you think about the Cybertruck design? Has it grown on you? Do you like it more than you did initially? And also, are you looking forward to owning a Cybertruck? I'd love to hear from you in the comments section below. I'd also like to say once again, don't forget that Novium is having a special sale for Black Friday with 23% off for only a few days, and enjoy a 23% discount and free shipping on all hover pens by clicking the link in the video description and using coupon code CWBF. I'd also like to say once again, thank you to all of those of you who support me through Patreon. Your support makes a big difference and really does help make these videos possible. If you'd like to find out more about how you can support my work through Patreon, I will put a link in the video description. Thank you so much.